Hello and welcome to day 18, my soul tribe. So this is love and the challenge, okay? So this is going to be some guidance in approaching challenges, and I'm using the runic tarot deck. So this is kind of like a bit like a past life deck, a bit like the inner warrior sort of energy coming through. Okay, keep in mind these are collective in general. Receive what aligns, release what does not align with you. You are a powerful creator and you create and alter your timeline with your free will choice. Never give your power away to any sort of outcome. Okay, so let's get into it. Starting out, we have the Empress. Clarified by the Queen of Swords. All right. So with the Empress energy, the Empress has and can call in. She has the vision, she has the dream, the goal, and she can call in what she requires. She's connected in with her higher intelligence, her intuitive intelligence. She's connected in with Mother Nature and the earth and her goddess energy. She is nurturing, okay? She is creative. And she has this unbelievable, amazing capacity for unconditional love, right? She is one of the highest frequency feminine energies within the tarot. She can be depicted as the mother. She can be depicted as a leader. But what I'm seeing here is she is looking at what she wants to create, what she wants to spin, how she can use her power, her resources, her energy, her focus, her magic to create good. Okay, she has all that she requires. So part of this is looking at what you have instead of what you don't have. Okay, looking at your strengths, looking at your resources, looking at the support that you have, looking at your environment and how supportive it is of you. Okay, looking at the battles you have won. There's that shield and that sword. Okay, looking at your wisdom from your shadow. Okay, there's a crow or a raven. That's right there. Okay. I would say the Empress is also very well balanced in her light and shadow, because you see we have both of that coming through here. And where the light is mostly centered is her crown chakra. Okay, is her awareness. So many of you are like, okay, I'm sitting in this Empress energy. I've been doing this healing work. I have this amazing capacity to love. I have this spiritual power connection. What sort of beginning do I want to create in this world? What direction do I want to move in? How can I do good? What can I do? What can I do? Right? This is for those of you too with the Empress energy. And if you're not feeling like you're in the Empress energy, then focus on being in the Empress energy, meaning nurture yourself, take the best care of yourself, drink enough water, eat healthy, exercise, start with you. Okay. Do the things that nurture you first. Do not pour from an empty cup, right? So with the Empress energy, if you are fulfilled and you're ready to give back and you're like, okay, how do I want to do this? What do I want to do? What direction do I want to move in? With the Queen of Swords, this speaks about your voice, your vision, your discernment, okay, being very clear, and also your past integrated wisdom and experiences. Okay, so this could be you connecting with other feminine energies in the Queen of Swords energy, but this could also be you receiving these, allowing yourself to receive these downloads. Because the other message about being in the Empress energy, whether you're watching this as a man or a woman, feminine or masculine energy is in all of us, right? Masculine energy is in all of us. But the feminine is sitting back and receiving. Okay, so being in a place to receive, because then those ideas are going to come in. Then there's going to be that clear direction. Some of you, it might be a dream that you have. Some of you might be, accessing your intuition, to ask about this. Some of you, you might just wake up and be like, oh, I know what project I want to create. Oh, I know how I want to invest. Oh, I know what I'm going to do here, right? And the Queen of Swords is saying to be bold. The Queen of Swords is saying to stand up, to speak your truth, to come from a place of embodied wisdom, okay? Opinions are not facts, right? So I would say even the Queen of Swords would say to do research if you need to do some research here, but there's definitely a new beginning that you want to create in this world. And some of you, whether you have podcasts, whether you are on, you're on different social media platforms, whether it's just the way that you show up in this world, whether your voice is through your books, your writing, your artwork. That's what's being encouraged here is to create, right? But to create with a bit of an edge, to create in a way that pushes boundaries. Okay, pushes you outside of your comfort zone, or maybe pushes people outside of their comfort zone, right? With the Empress energy, you're still doing it from a place of love, but the Queen of Swords is also saying you're doing it from a place of wisdom, of experience, of leadership. And you see there, there's that falcon there too. Some of you might, your symbols might be, the raven or the falcon. But she's standing strong. Okay, some of you too, because the Empress is very secure, very grounded, very balanced. If you don't feel that way right now, then focus on that practice. Some of you, I'm feeling like self-defense classes or boxing or feeling physically strong, feeling physically fit is going to be important here. Making very clear decisions, not allowing yourself to be distracted, because you see there's a lot of clouds behind her. So there's a lot of illusion. There's a lot of things that are changing. There's a lot that she could kind of get lost in, but she's being very present and very clear and very direct. Okay. So eliminating distractions that are not helpful for you. Paying attention to the symbols and signs and the ways that the universe, your higher self, communicates with you. Spirit, God, source, goddess, whatever it is that you connect with, right? Making sure that you are strong in yourself, that you are grounded, that you are balanced, that, you're focused on your feelings like empowered, okay, in your experience. That's another message that's coming through. What you listen to and what you read is going to be very, very important at this time. Okay. So, yes, of course, we all need somewhat of our escapism, but the other message I'm getting with that cloud energy is like, if you are disassociating, then find practices that help you ground back into your body. Okay. And get that support that you require to assist you with living, in a healthy, balanced way. Like, absolutely. The Queen of Swords also represents like the expert, right? Or the professional, or, definitely that leadership and that support. So the other message with that Queen of Swords energy is what you're listening to and what you're reading is going to be very important. So we know there's a lot of crap out there. There's a lot of crap, a lot of distraction, a lot of rage bait, a lot of, you're going to have to be very discerning, because Queen of Swords is discerning as well of what is fact and what is fiction. So be paying very close attention to that. There's also the message here of what you're listening to, that it's inspiring you, that it's empowering you, that it's educating you in very healthy and positive ways, right? So your mental diet, what you're taking in, what you're watching, what you're reading, what you're listening to. The power of your ability to create with your presence in your consciousness, right? The power to create your highest timeline is also what's coming through here. Then moving forward, we have the Fool and we have the Two of Wands, right? So again, there's going to be another direction, another choice. So it starts with the vision, okay? It starts with the alignment, the aligned energy, the inspiration. And then there's what new beginning, what path, what choice, what direction do you want to move in, okay? With the Fool energy, that is about a new beginning, okay? It's also having a bit of a fresh perspective, a new perspective. So again, that could have to do with what you're reading, what you're listening to, okay? And with the Two of Wands here, it's choosing a path, choosing what you want to, the direction that you want to move in. So you have the vision, then you make the action plan, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles and Temperance. Now is the creative, now is the time, to create, to put in the work. Okay. Now is the pen to paper, the paintbrush to paper, or to canvas, the voice into the mic, the action steps that you need to take, right? And it does look like, for some of you, like this involves family as well. Okay. Some of you are like, okay, it's been pointed out to me something that I need to heal. So I'm going to choose that material that I'm going to work on to do my healing work. And then by doing that, I'm going to inspire those around me as well, right? Then you have temperance, patience, balance, healing, and also being a beacon of light in a lot of darkness. Okay. So the temperance is balance, and all those runes there, those are dagas, and it represents light or seeing things clearly. You can even see like there's the sunshine shining there, right? It's this incredible healing energy. Look, there's that rabbit there that's like wanting to be in her energy, wanting to be close to her. There's that element of, again, like fertility, but the creative power that you have here. Okay. Some of you too, especially with like the Eight of Pentacles, because that can be collaboration. Like there's definitely a vision that you have, direction that you want to take, that you feel aligned as part of what is important for you to focus on right now, but also what is good for the world, right? What helps heal the world, what helps balance out the light and the dark. And so you're connecting with other energies that can support you kind of with that project. And then again, yes, it does take patience with the temperance, healing, balance. Some of you calling on your angels, calling on your guides, calling on your ancestors to support you with what it is that you're creating, or what you're guided to be focused on. For some of you, it is like this next level healing for you. But it's not just for you, it's for the world, right? Some of you, it is like you have a very clear project, and you might need to be doing some outsourcing, right? You might need to be calling in some people to collaborate, to work with, to assist you. Some of you, you're pivoting, okay? You're pivoting here to a more meaningful path or a more meaningful message within what you're creating in your experience. It's going to be different for everyone, okay? Then we have the Two of Swords, which is, again, coming to a crossroads. You keep coming to crossroads here. So being very mindful and present in your discernment, the decisions that you're making. Now is not a time to go on autopilot, okay? Now is a time to be very present and aware in the choices that we're making. And with the Two of Swords, this is, it's interesting because she has like a coyote. There's like a coyote pelt that she's wearing. Okay. And she has the protective rune over her heart space and kind of her throat. And clarifying the Two of Swords is the High Priestess. So again, the power of your intuition. This is the second highest feminine energy. So if you're watching this as a masculine energy and you haven't accessed your intuition, or you haven't relaxed into your feminine energy, I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to open up to your intuition. Okay, like I said, everyone's going to have their own inspiration here. But with this High Priestess energy, this goddess energy that's coming through so strong, it's so important that we connect in with our intuition. And our intuition speaks to us in so many different ways, right? Even this Two of Swords, the Two of Swords is, her eyes are closed. She's going within. She's going within to feel. She's going within to discern. Okay? So to help navigate the illusion, and to help navigate and decide what to focus on, sometimes it's important that you do turn off the TV. You do step away from the computer. You put your phone down. You close your eyes. You meditate. You go within. and you connect in with your high priestess energy. Because there you have access to ancient wisdom. There you have access to discernment. There you have access to your ancestors. There you have access to, the high priestess has like access to like the forbidden fruit, right? The forbidden knowledge. And it's within you. And I just felt a huge release from my solar plexus. So some of you have been afraid to connect in with this part of yourself, this powerful feminine energy within you. And it's so important that you do. Some of you, you'll have access to past lives. You know, it's within you. It's the journey within. Some of you, you're watching this, you're like, yeah, I'm comfortable. I know my high priestess energy, you know. Then this is you accessing those tools that you utilize, right? For your discernment, for your divination, and also how you want to focus your magic, your presence, your awareness in a way that aligns with your integrity, but also in a way that you feel called to step up and do, right? Because this is, with the high priestess energy, you're aligned with that ancient wisdom, right? But we also know there's universal law and karma and everything like that. So the way in which you navigate and the way in which you discern and the way in which you utilize your tools, your spiritual tools, gifts, and abilities, it's so important that you do it in alignment with your integrity, right? With the high priestess energy, that it feels aligned for you, that it feels aligned with the universe, your higher self, right? Which I don't see how it wouldn't be, but I feel like that message had to come through because you want to feel strong in yourself, right? Confident in your intuition. But going within is going to help you to know where to focus, know what's next step to take. See, she's taking a step forward. And the way she's stepping forward, there is like a little bit of, you know, she's not striding forward thoughtlessly. Like she's not tiptoeing either, but she's taking a step forward and she's feeling it out. This is kind of like the temperance energy. This is a slower process. This isn't a fast process. Especially when it comes to tapping into your intuition. Give yourself the space and time to do that. Some of you, it's also paying attention to nature, what nature is showing you, right? You have all your different ways that the universe communicates with you, right? And by saying, when I was saying like turn off the phone, turn off the TV, turn off, I'm not saying to ignore what is happening right now. But do take a break from it, because sometimes you have to take a break from all the noise in order to become clear about where you are and what's going on within you, and be aware of what's happening within your internal world, and also how that's affecting you and how you can balance things out, right? But as she's stepping forward and there's like this plant growing, okay? And she's connecting in with that fire energy for transmutation, for healing, for connecting in with ancestors, right? So there's a lot of ancient discernment, wisdom, knowledge, power that wants to come through here. And it'll be different for everybody, right? But the fire energy here also represents enlightenment. Okay. Now, here's a split in the timeline. And this is where why we're being called to action, why we're being called to step into our power, why we're being called to utilize our strengths, our gifts, our abilities to do positive things in this world. Because if we ignore it, if we ignore the signs, there's a Three of Swords. Okay? However, if we connect in with the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, if we connect in with other people and energies that are in alignment with our vision, in alignment with our integrity, in alignment with what is good for humanity, what is good for the planet, right? Then you'll find there's a lot of support. So sitting back and being lazy and being complacent is only going to lead to the Three of Swords, which is more emotional pain, which is more betrayal, which is more darkness. And I don't mean darkness as in the shadow. I mean as in the collective darkness of illusion, of deception, of betrayal. So, connect with like-minded individuals, okay? With that Six of Pentacles, we're stronger together. When we have each other's backs, when we stand up for what we believe in. And the Three of Wands is about your ships coming in. It's about those resources or what you require showing up for you. Okay? The Three of Wands to me also represents momentum. It's not a card of waiting. It's like preparing. It's a card of preparing. So whether it's other creatives that you're connecting with, other musicians you're connecting with, other spiritual beings that you're connecting with, ancestors, but the Six of Pentacles to me would also be people that are embodied, right? So I think a lot of this has to do with those of you who were called to this reading today in your experience, right? What you can do to be supportive, to be helpful, to utilize your strengths and your own personal power and your love and your compassion and your talents to create positive change and to stand up for what is right and to call in the others that also share that same vision. Right? And these, those of you coming in here, you're from all walks of life. You're from all spiritual paths, okay? Or many different spiritual paths. And you're tuned in. And if you're not tuned in, you're guided to tune in. Tune into Source. Tune into yourself. Take the time to regulate your nervous system. Take the time to allow yourself to fill up your cup and nurture yourself. But this is a call to action. This is a call to create. This is a call to step into your alignment and your personal blueprint, right? Your personal power. Let's see if there's anything else before I close this out. There's also a message here of not drowning in the darkness, right? Of not sitting back and allowing yourself to be so weighed down and in the density that you don't want to take any positive aligned action, right? Because there's a lot of good happening. It's just not being shared in big ways. So you have to pay attention to see it, right? The Four of Cups is the universe bringing us the cup that we desire, right? It's like the Ace of Cups. So paying attention is so important, right? Not getting distracted in pettiness, not getting distracted in like old karmic patterns, because obviously this is a pattern, that this is a cycle that is playing out right now, and we have the opportunity to choose differently, and we have the opportunity to shift the timeline, and we individually do have power. Okay, so don't allow yourself to be fooled in thinking that you don't. Beautiful. Six of Cups. This is soul group energy. This is soulmate energy. This is the love that we share with our friends and family. This is community. This is coming together. This is learning from the past. Okay? And creating a beautiful future. Not just for yourself, but for your family, for your community, and for others, right? For nature, for animals, for the world. And it starts with the individual. So don't allow yourself to be stuck in your head. Free up your energy. Surround yourself with positive people, okay? With people that are uplifting, supportive. Make sure that you're in the right connections. Some of you, you're being energetically, the lovers, you have, even if you don't necessarily, like some of you, yes, you're in grounded relationships, you're in loving connections. Some of you, you are calling that in. Okay, but it's important that you're with in a relationship with someone that is protective of you, that is supportive, that is aligned, right? In this card here, it's actually the feminine energy in spirit, spiritually protecting the masculine, right? So energetically supporting each other, even. Loving your family, loving your friends, loving others. The Chariot in reverse is just so powerful, because the Chariot moving forward is moving out of the past. But in reverse, and I don't put my cards in reverse, they come out there that way intentionally. In reverse, that says that there's a pause right now. That the past is obviously present. And we have the opportunity to make change. And to move forward very consciously, presently, and mindfully. With confidence. Yeah, we have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Wow. When things are aligned, they are aligned. Okay? With the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. But there's a lot to transmute. There's a lot to change here. And if you are finding yourself sitting in, like, let's say if you were sitting in like this space of complacency, or this space of feeling like you don't have any power here in the situation, what gets you out of that is actually anger. It's passion. It's that which ignites your heart and your soul, right? And it wakes you up. And it reminds you who you are. Okay? So we have the opportunity here to change the timeline. For a beautiful, grounded new beginning. And I know that, you know, it can be tiring, it can be draining, right? So make sure that you're putting your time and energy into things and people and situations that are inspiring, that are uplifting. Okay? That are, even if you're moving through something challenging, wherever you are in your timeline, that you surround yourself with people that are loving and supportive with that Six of Cups energy. Mm-hmm. And that you allow yourself to observe the balance and the positive changes and the shifts that can be made, right? Again, a lot of this has to do with balance. The Chariot in reverse is also out of balance. But it's also a halt. It's stopping. It's pausing. It's connecting with your passion. It's connecting in with like your purpose, why you're here, who you are. That you intrinsically have so much value. Okay? To acknowledge within yourself, but also to see within others, to inspire and uplift others as well. Some of you will be teaching others, training others, right? Others will be learning and observing from you. But make sure, like I said, that you're balancing it out, that you're remembering to fill up your cup, that you're remembering to balance out the dark with the light. But we know the darkness within us, the darkness or the shadow and the light, all have purpose, right? Sometimes it's just a matter of us connecting in and listening and integrating and loving those parts of ourselves that maybe we rejected before or kept us small. Okay? And being able to discern what is your voice, what is an old belief system, and not being afraid of your power. Okay? But yes, I'm hearing and seeing balance, balance, balance. Balance, balance, balance. There's not this rushing ahead. No, there's this slowing down. There's being mindful, being present. You can take in a lot of information when you're present than when you're distracted, right? And then you can choose to move forward in ways that are more empowered, grounded, informed, inspired, aligned. Okay. Whew. Thank you for those of you that made it this far. I hope that this brought you the love and support at this time on your journey. The star alignment. Facing fear. Right? Stars shine brightest in the dark. Right? And so the way in which you shine is going to be up to you. It's going to be in how you feel called to, and there's no judgment around that. You know, some of you it's just using your voice, some of you it's starting meaningful conversations, some of you it's your art, some of you it's the books you're writing. There's so many different ways, right? And there's no one that can tell you which way is best, right? It's up to you. It's what's aligned for you. But it's also that your wish fulfillment is worth it, right? The star energy. And shadow work is worth it. So I know this is a lot. It's a lot. But I feel personally, we're here right now for a reason. Okay? And it's important that we know why. It's important that we take the time to reflect on why we're here, what we can do to make healthy changes, what we can do to stand up for what is right, stand up for what is aligned, stand up for healing, balance out the light and the shadow within ourselves first, then we can show up that way in the world. And to believe in ourselves. Believe in our purpose, believe in our kindness, believe in our compassion, believe in our boundaries, what we stand for, what we stand against. Okay? That is where I'm going to leave it. So, thank you again for those of you that have made it this far. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Take the best care of yourself. Allow yourself to be loved and supported, and love and support others. Come together. Okay? Come together. And I appreciate you being here. Take the best care of yourself. I will see you soon.